our own lives are so beautiful and we miss out on so many of the great things because we're so focused on other things rather than just being. Living in the moment. Now, it's something that's often talked about, there's memes about it, and it's all around, but what does it actually mean to live in the moment? So I'm going to be discussing that in today's video, so stay tuned. So in today's video, I just wanted to do something a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more something that just came to my mind, and I felt like I wanted to share that. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to do this video outside, because this is such a relaxing space, and I wanted to come out here and just be a little bit more raw with this as I kind of share the story and how you can incorporate living in the moment with everything you do. It's often a concept that's talked about and we need to put into practice, but we don't know really how to slow down. It's not in our culture. Everything is so fast paced. Everything is um, so I think everything is always so you got to get things done and you're constantly moving your mind. And so how do you really truly slow down? So that's what this video is going to be about, is how to live in the moment and live a slower paced life. So I'm going to tell a story about something that happened the other day on an evening walk. Going on evening walks is something that I like to do with my dog every night, or most every night when possible. I do it more in the evening after I have dinner. It just helps with my digestive, helps keep the blood sugar so there's no glucose spikes. It's a really good thing that everybody should get in the habit of doing, and I highly recommend is to do walks after meals, or walks after dinner especially is a really good thing to do. But so I like to go on walks as it gets me that exercise and helps my health, but it's also good for my dog's health because she loves to sniff around, and dog sniffers are so powerful. They can smell a million things that there's no way that we can we can even fathom. But for them, when they can sniff around and smell things, it's kind of like the equivalent of scrolling on social media. They get all the news, they get all the information. It's great stimulation for their brain. It helps their energy levels. So allowing dogs to have the time to sniff and smell is so good for them. So we both get great health benefits by going on these walks at night. But there's a third benefit to it besides my physical health and her mental stimulation, and that's um, the spiritual benefit of just slowing down and connecting with myself. It's a form of prayer and meditation for me. Sometimes when I'm waiting there for her, I'm standing there as she's sniffing around, taking forever. I stand there and I'll look up at the sky and the nighttime stars. There's really good stars that I could see here where I'm at right now. And it's just a really great way just to stand and to just be in stillness. And I know that's so hard for us in our culture just because we're constantly moving, we constantly have stimulation. I mean, if you're in a generation that you can remember what life was like before cell phones, before constant entertainment in our hand, you know what it's like. You can remember that there were times that we didn't have that constant stimulation and we were left alone with our own thoughts, and we had to keep ourselves occupied. And nowadays, with our constant entertainment device in our palm of our hands, we tend to forget what it's like to just slow down and to just be without something constantly entertaining or stimulating us. So that's what I try to use my nighttime walks for. Now, sometimes I'll check, or if was listening to a really good podcast or something, I'll continue, listening as I go on the walk. But sometimes I just like to just be and use it as a moment to meditate, to pray, and to connect with myself and my spirit. So these times that I take on these walks are really great because I use it as a form of prayer and meditation. Now, I know there's a lot of misconceptions about what prayer and meditation looks like. Our heads bowed and our eyes are closed, and maybe our hands are across us or our hands two are together. And those are those common misconceptions of what prayer and meditation looks like. But sometimes the most profound moments where things just come to me, where thoughts just flow, happen when I'm not even doing those things. Sometimes it happens when I am out on a walk with my dog, or when I'm driving, or when I'm walking on a hike in nature, or there's like a million places that it could happen. But what it requires is just that stillness of the mind and slowing down to enjoy the moment. So as I'm walking my dog the other night, I, was reflected on sometimes, it's like tends to take forever in one particular spot. And I'm like, come on, let's go. I give her time, but then sometimes I feel like she's just taking forever. But then I was checked on that one because I saw how when you're really living in the moment, there is no hurry up. There's no hurry when you are in living in the moment, because where are you trying to go? If you are in this exact moment, enjoying your surroundings, enjoying what you're supposed to be doing, taking in all of your everything that's around you, the beauty, the interesting things that might be happening, when you're in that moment, there is no you're not trying to focus on the future. You're not going to something else. And sometimes, in our culture, we get so caught up in the destination. We're always trying to get to a destination, whether it's a new job, whether it's a new love partner or interest, or a new house that we're trying to buy, or getting pregnant with a baby. There's a million things that you could use that you're trying to hurry up and get to a destination. But maybe it's not the destination that you're supposed to be after, and you're not supposed to be focusing on that particular end result. Because then what's going to happen when you get the destination? Then you're going to be like, okay, now what? You're going to have to preoccupy yourself with another quest or journey or destination to get to. So, what I'm trying to do is pull us back and to realize that we shouldn't be necessarily striving for an end destination. I mean, yeah, we can have goals and stuff like that, but when we live in the now, when we live in this moment, when we're just taking our time and enjoying every single thing, there is no there's more peace, there's more relaxation, and that's when we can really get these crazy intense profound epiphanies where we have these thoughts come to us, and we can have some great spiritual growth in these times. I was thinking, how many other areas of life have I been just trying to hurry up and rush to a destination for? There could be so many possible things, like what's the next project I'm going to do? What's the next video I'm going to do? What's the next um, vacation that I'm going to plan on? Just there's a million different things that we can get so caught up in what that next thing is that we're missing out on the here and now. When we're so focused on the destination, we can miss the things that are surrounding us. If we're going a million miles an hour trying to get there and trying to go, we might see that there's a gorgeous rainbow right over there. Because we're so focused over here, we don't see this beautiful thing that's happening over here. Or we might be so focused on getting and climbing that corporate ladder with our jobs that you miss the everyday moments as you're watching your small children grow up. Life is too precious to miss out on the beautiful things that are right in front of us that sometimes we just don't see because we're so focused on what's out there. We'll get there. We'll always get to the destination, but how much sweeter would that destination be if you truly slowed down and you took the moments to enjoy the little things along the way? Because it's about the journey. I mean, think about movies. If you just got to the end, if you go to see a movie and they immediately told you what's at the end, there's no movie. You'd be bored. It's the process of how you get there. There's that building up of the characters. There's the things, the journey that they experience along the way. Well, our own lives are just like a movie. Our own lives are so beautiful, and we miss out on so many of the great things because we're so focused on other things rather than just being. So, as we close out this November month, heading into the last month of the year, I hope that you would take the time to recognize everything in life that you have to be thankful for, to have gratitude, and to recognize the things that maybe you want to slow down on. Maybe you have been so hyper focused on certain destinations in your own life, and that perhaps maybe you are missing out on certain things because you're not taking the time to slow down and pay attention to what's right in front of you. So, if I have provided valuable content, I would love if you like and subscribe and comment to share your own thoughts. Peace, blessings, and good health. Bye bye.